good.
Now there's two ways we can do this tuna. I can do it the traditional way, which you thought was really good, with the mayonnaise and the spices. Or what I can do is a different way, with olive oil and Montreal steak spice.
Continue.
Which way would you rather do? I'm asking you a question.
Well, I don't care. Whichever way you want.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it the regular way, just because I know that is what you like.
The traditional spice rack one.
The traditional spice rack tuna. I call it that because I empty almost exactly all the spices from my spice rack into the tuna. So what we're doing, we're mixing up the tuna into smaller little chunks, so it's easier to mix later on. There we go. Oh, well. It's okay if you spill some on the floor. Your cat can eat it later. Unfortunately, I don't have a cat. Now take that, and we add some mayonnaise. I like to use Hellmann's real mayonnaise. I find Miracle Whip tastes too much like plastic. Speaking of plastic, we must take off the plastic lining off the top, otherwise we won't get any of our mayonnaise goodness in our tuna. It's best not to use your teeth, but I do it anyway. It's my special secret. So, oh, wrong side. We squirt mayonnaise into the tuna. I know that seems like a lot, but trust me, it turns out great in the end. Now, usually, I mix it up just a little bit first, so it ends up nice and good. You know what, we're going to need a little bit more mayonnaise than that.
That's a little bit.
That's a lot bit. And we're mixing, and mixing. It's getting nice and good. Now, if you find it looks too runny at this point, don't worry, because now we have to mix in all the spices. It'll dry it up, soak up a lot of the mayonnaise, and it won't be quite as runny. Now what I use is garlic powder, minced garlic, chili powder, oregano, lemon pepper, onion powder, parsley flakes, and pepper. Now we let all this down. We're going to do it one by one.
As you can see, the spice rack is pretty much completely empty.
Apart from the ricola and the minced onion.
Minced what?
Onion.
Minced.
It's minced onion. Now, for some reason, my onion powder and garlic powder are very, very condensed and don't want to shake well. Luckily, for the sake of this video, they're doing alright. So that's the onion powder. Next we do the garlic powder.
And does it matter how much of each?
I usually shake liberally. Are the only
Rules to this.
the only thing I have to say, really. You do it at your own discretion. As I go along, I taste it. Well, once I mix it up, I taste it, and I figure out what I'm lacking. Next we do the lemon pepper. Now, the rest of it's quite easy. They shake a lot better. Fun fact, this lemon pepper is from a larger jar of lemon pepper my mom stole from a Mike's restaurant in Moncton several years ago. Next we mix the mixed garlic, the oregano, one of my all-time favorites. You don't need a lot of oregano. Chili powder. Oh, a little bit more, nice and spicy.
Oh god.
And last but not least, parsley flakes. It doesn't add a lot of flavor.
It just makes it look cool.
It makes it look nice. After a little bit, just a little extra touch. And again, we mix them. Now you can do this in any size bowl. I only have one bowl already. So I use this bowl. If you don't have this bowl, you can use any bowl really. if you wanted to, you could add it up. You could add chopped up celery or shredded cheese. I forgot to add the pepper.
Apparently it needs a lot of pepper.
It does. I find it's better with pepper. I normally don't like fish. Granted, this is probably the most unfish-like thing you could possibly ever eat. Apart from goldfish crackers. That's probably nice and good. Next, we're going to toast the bread. And what I've done in preparation for this, I've already placed it in the toaster at a medium toasting, and we let it toast. While you're letting that toast, you can stir a little bit more. It may help with the I can't think of the word right now because I'm fairly drunk. But it helps disperse and mix the spices. Just because I really like garlic probably too much, I'm going to add a little more garlic pepper. Oh. And nothing's coming out. I would do it on the counter, but Nick is sleeping and I don't want to wake him. Oh my god. Thank you.
Stagehand.
Thank you, stagehand Jamie. And we're stirring. And that's looking just wonderful. Now, I'm going to get some plates out.
Oh, that toast smells good.
It does, doesn't it?
Is that homemade toast?
Well, what it is, it's whatever I have in the fridge here. It's Ben's Extra. It's been in there for a few weeks now, and if you were to eat it untoasted, it would be quite rough and quite stale, honestly. But toasting it saves the bread. That is my favorite part about toasting. And that's probably good.
Yes. Nice golden brown color.
I don't have an automatic popping mechanism on my toaster. What I do have, I'll just turn the knob all the way back to the very start, and it says, oh, the toast is done, and it pops it for me. Now, I've placed both the slices on the pieces of
plate.
Because I'm going to place the tuna on these two, rather than making one sandwich at a time. I'm going to make 2/3 of a sandwich each, while I toast the top half of the rest of the sandwich. Now, what you do, you scoop your tuna salad mix onto your fork, and then onto your toast. You evenly spread it across.
Across with a T?
Yes, across with a T. Now, depending on who you're serving, it can be different amounts for different people. I personally like a lot of tuna on my sandwich, but make sure you find out who likes what. You don't want to give someone too much than they want. They wouldn't be too much of an overwhelming feeling if they get too much tuna when they only wanted a little bit.
It's good to know.
Yes.
Yes.
So that one's plenty good. Now I'm going to take the rest of this and put it on this 2/3 of a sandwich I have started. As we plop, scoop. That's being a bitch bull. Oh, look at that. The rest of our sandwiches.
I was hoping we'd get to see how you work that toaster again. Just in case,
You press it down. And since mine doesn't have an automatic pop, you slide it all the way, ow, that's hot, all the way to the top, and it pops for you. Making your kitchen utensils work for you is the key to any proper kitchen. Now, again, you don't have to. Some people like doing it au naturel. I, for one, cut up my sandwiches before serving. You can do it down the center, diagonal, cut it in fours, cut off the crust. You cater to whoever you're serving. Fuck. And that is being a bitch.
Some very difficult toast.
It is.
That is old bread.
You betcha. There we go. And to top it off, if I can find it, I know they're in here. To top it all off, on the side, we have a baby kosher dill pickle. Now, some people like to cut these up and put them in the tuna mix.
I just need one.
Themselves.
I only need one. Okay, thank you.
I personally leave them on the side for whoever may want to snack on them or pass them on to anyone else at the dinner party who may feel they didn't get enough pickle. Thank you for watching. This has been Tuna Salad Sandwich.
Yay! Say goodbye to the tuna.
Bye, Tuna.